All right, let's talk about two concepts that can make or break a Scrum team: the definition of ready versus the definition of done. You've probably heard these terms thrown around, and honestly, they can be kind of confusing. So today, we're going to clear it all up. Let's dive in.
Here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll get a handle on what ready versus done even means. Then we'll zoom in on the definition of ready, followed by the definition of done. And to wrap it all up, we'll look at why you absolutely need both of them working together.
Okay, so let's start with the big picture. Because really, getting this ready versus done thing right, it's not just about ticking boxes in Scrum. It's like the secret sauce, you know? It's what turns a good team into a great one that just flows.
I mean, you've seen it, right? What's the real difference between a team that just nails it, sprint after sprint, and one that's always scrambling, dealing with vague tasks and last-minute fire drills? What's their secret?
Well, a huge part of that secret, it comes down to having super clear agreements. And to really make this stick, I want you to picture something with me. Imagine a chef in a crazy busy, high-end restaurant kitchen. Their whole world, their ability to create amazing food, it all hinges on process and prep.
And that right there, that prep work, is the perfect way to understand our first big idea, the definition of ready. So let's stay in that kitchen for a minute. The definition of ready is like the chef's non-negotiable prep list. It's everything that has to be in place before they even think about turning on the stove.
So, what is it officially? The definition of ready, you'll hear it called the DOR, is basically a checklist the team agrees on. It says, okay, this user story is now clear enough and has everything we need so we can confidently start working on it. It's the green light. Think about our chef again. An order comes in. Do they just start throwing things in a pan? No way. First, they check the ticket. Is the order clear? Then they glance at their station. Are all the ingredients chopped, measured, and ready to go? Are the pans hot? That whole mental checklist they run through, that's their definition of ready. Trying to cook without it would be total chaos.
So, how does this look for a development team? Well, it's pretty similar. A good DOR checklist makes sure everyone on the team actually understands the user story. Like, do we get the why behind it? Is the business value obvious? Have we thought about any dependencies? And this one's huge. Do we have clear acceptance criteria so we know exactly what done looks like for this specific story? It's like a quality filter that stops vague, half-baked ideas from messing up the sprint.
Okay, so that's the prep work. That's ready. Now let's flip to the other side of the process. If ready is all about having the right ingredients lined up, then the definition of done is all about what it takes to send that perfect, finished dish out to the dining room.
The definition of done, or DoD, is the team's shared agreement on what complete actually means. It's not just, I'm done coding. It's a full checklist of everything. The coding, the testing, the reviews, the documentation that has to be wrapped up before we can say an item is truly finished and ready to go out to users.
Now hang on, because this is where people get tripped up all the time. The definition of done is not the same as acceptance criteria. Here's the difference. The DoD is your global quality checklist. It applies to every single story you work on. Acceptance criteria, that's the unique checklist for just one story. You gotta satisfy both to call something done.
Let's go back to our chef. Is a steak done the second it comes off the grill? Of course not. The chef has a whole process. First, does it meet the customer's request? Medium rare, no salt, that's the acceptance criteria. But then comes the DoD. Is it plated beautifully? Is the side dish hot? Is the plate wiped clean? Is their station reset for the next order? That whole routine is their definition of done. And for a software team, that checklist might look something like this. Code is peer-reviewed. All tests are passing. It's been demoed to the stakeholders. And the product owner has given it the final thumbs up. This isn't just bureaucracy. It's what guarantees that when we say something is done, it's really done. No shortcuts, no, oh, but we still have to. So we've got ready on the input and done on the output. Why do you need both? Well, think about it. Together, they create that smooth, efficient flow of a high-end kitchen. Ready ensures you don't start with garbage, and done ensures you don't deliver garbage. It's quality control from end to end.
But there's a really important warning here. The definition of ready should never be used as a weapon, right? It's not a rigid gate for the dev team to just reject work from the product owner. It's supposed to be a guide, a helpful reminder for conversations. It helps everyone get on the same page about what makes a story ready for a smooth sprint.
So let's boil it all down. The dough makes sure you start with the right ingredients. It protects the start of your sprint. The DoD makes sure you serve a high-quality dish every single time. It protects the end. You need both. One protects the how we start, the other protects the what we deliver.
And please, remember this. These definitions aren't meant to be carved in stone. They're living documents. Your team should be looking at them in every retrospective. Ask yourselves, is our DOR helping us? Is our DoD too strict or maybe not strict enough? These agreements belong to the team, and they should evolve as the team gets smarter.
So that leaves one last question for you to take back to your team. Looking at your own process, how can you use these ideas, a clear ready and a solid done, to make sure every single dish you serve your users is a 5-star experience?
Really getting a handle on ideas like ready and done is fundamental to great product management. If you want to build on this and get into more advanced stuff like AI product strategy, a great place to start is the AI Product Management Playbook.
And hey, if you want to stay on top of the latest thinking around agentic AI, digital transformation, and all things product leadership, make sure you subscribe on LinkedIn. You'll get all the updates sent right to you. Thanks so much for tuning in.